I'm Lonnie,
And I'm Chris.
and let's get
Let's
on
get on
lake
lake
time. So today we are talking about the Four Seasons at Lake Anna.
4 seasons. All right.
Four seasons.
We have 4 seasons to enjoy Lake Anna for sure. Yeah.
Every day.
Every day.
And right now we're in winter, so why not start with winter? Because
Yeah.
it's been one of the coldest ones,
It has.
but it
we're-
hasn't been any shortage of fun.
Yeah, we're still on lake time here.
Right? You
Yeah.
said that some of the best fishing you've had in any January in the past.
Oh, yeah.
And I guess the best thing is to start with one of the first events of Christmas. We have the Christmas parade.
The lighted boat parade. The Lake Anna Business Partnership lighted boat parade is one event. And the Cove has another lighted boat parade up in the Pamunkey branch for those that live up there. And they're both generally on the same night, the first Saturday in December.
Yep.
So, well, that's not officially winter. It kind of marks the start of winter here, and it's a magical night for families at Lake Anna.
Most definitely. If you look everywhere else, a lot of people start their winter right after Thanksgiving. But,
Right. The
but
Christmas
for here-
lights go up and the shopping begins.
But exactly. But the exciting thing is this boat parade has been amazing.
It has.
It has been amazing. And if you ever ask why did it go to 2, it's just simply the bridge height. And so we have half the lake being able to go to the Cove, or their part that can't go under Stubbs Bridge.
Yeah.
Could be a fun fact. Stubbs Bridge is the lowest one
It is
on
the
the lake.
lowest, yeah.
And then you have the other ones that end up. I think they started at Tim's and they go over to the Tap House.
They do,
and
yeah.
they judge it.
Yeah.
And I've been actually to both in one night.
Oh,
And that's pretty cool.
That's ambitious.
Yeah, and it's amazing the boats I see. But that kicks off winter for me here.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's a beautiful time. I bring family. I invite family from out of town, and then just rolling through Christmas. I mean,
Christmas at the lake is a great time. If you don't live here, you're welcome to come join us, obviously, and
Please.
have a rental home or stay at one of our motels, hotels. It's just a great time to be at the lake because it's quieter, but yet everything that we like to do in the winter is here, snuggling by the fire, maybe a little football. You can come here and watch bowl games. You could do the Lake Anna Beverage Trail. I mean, there's a lot more to do here than that meets the eye. You know what they have on January 1?
what?
They have the first day hike at the Lake Anna State Park. You can take your family, take a nice little hike over there at the state park. Check that box. I think they sometimes they have hot chocolate over there. They have little bonfires. So that's a neat little event.
Yeah, and the state park actually is a great place for all 4 seasons as well. But
Can
they
be, yeah.
have a nice place over there and participate in that initial walk. And when I think of winter, I mean, we don't have a lot of deep snows here, but we definitely have some beautiful snows. I love going out, still watching the sunsets. If you can sit on your favorite dock or sit, even on common areas around here, we're very fortunate to have the sunsets everywhere. And again, the fishing's good. And, a lot of people come here, and I'm seeing that, I've been able to invite my family here. We've had Christmases here now. And it's really nice to get everybody out.
Sure.
You got golf carts and the whole lake life,
there's-
So Christmases are nice, and we enjoy it. And I would say it's a great start to the new year as well. When you're coming off the new year
Sure.
and going into Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day at the lake.
Another
I
day to
have
keep warm.
a lot of couples come to the lake and
Yeah.
rent a place here and experience Lake Anna for the first time.
I
You
call
know?
it romantic rendezvous.
Okay.
But
there
no,
you go.
it's good.
A lot of those.
A lot of fireplaces, if you go around the lake and you're fortunate enough, just taking a tour, it's nothing like taking a tour from water.
Yeah.
When you see the beautiful landscapes, all the different architecture in the homes, you really get a feel of all the different types of things you can do all 4 seasons. So
Hey, think about having a romantic Valentine's Day at the lake and a hot tub at your rental home. That is lake living right there.
That
Looking at the
is.
lake, stars, hot tub, and then you got coming up this February. We have a shop hop with a bunch of local businesses all along 208 and into the town of Mineral and a little bit up 522. If you want to know more about that, you can probably look at LakeAnnaLife.com and we'll have some information about that. In fact, I know we do. But there's 2 days where people can visit these stores, February 14th and 15th. and you will get a check mark in a little book. You can pick up a booklet at the store that one of the stores you visit. Check it, and if you complete them all, drop the booklet off at the last stop, and you will be entered to win a $25 gift certificate to any one of these stores.
Wow. So one of our goals is going to be also highlighting some of these things, and on podcasts, at least my professionals in there tell me we have show notes, we have links. And a lot of things we talk about, if we don't have time to really explain dates and stuff,
Sure.
we'll be a resource to help you get to some of the things that we talk about. And so then I like to roll into spring, which, spring
Don't forget Restaurant Week.
restaurant.
Come on now, Lake Anna Restaurant Week.
That is good.
In the past, the dates have not been announced, but in the past, Lake Anna Business Partnership has done a wonderful restaurant week where a lot of the proceeds are donated to the Lake Anna Young Leader Scholarship Fund.
Yeah,
So-
I've been fortunate
Yeah.
enough to participate
You
in
had
that.
that, yeah. You
it's
were
been-
a big part of that. So we'll see when that's announced, but
Yeah.
that's generally in February.
And that's the things like we'll start getting on our calendar, our lake time calendar.
Sure.
Again, so we'll roll into spring.
Let's
the
do it.
fishing's kicking in. The leaves are coming in. They're all filling in.
It's a reawakening here at the lake. People are coming to the lake house. They're getting their mulching done, and there's a little bit of activities. Daffodils will often come up. We've seen daffodils in February. All right, let's be honest.
I have.
But spring doesn't start until like March 22.
They'll pop up, then they'll
Yeah.
pop. Yeah, I've seen that.
So
yeah.
I look forward to that milestone every year.
And watching the leaves, I mean, it's amazing, especially if you just see them fill out. I mean, the only thing probably more amazing when they turn colors in the fall, but springtime, I've always had spring fever, and at the lake, it's kind of like, oh my gosh, you're starting to fire up your toys, that you winterize.
Yeah.
You're bringing the jet skis out a little
Yeah.
bit, and the fishing again.
As a fishing guide and somebody who's really in tune with the outdoors, I know when spring's very close because there's these things called buttonbush along some of the undeveloped shorelines of the lake that still remain, and they have these catkins that they look like a sausage, and when it warms up enough, they will extend, and you can flick them with a finger, and a big puff of pollen will come out of them.
Wow.
And when you see that, spring is not far behind. Yeah.
That is awesome.
It's a neat sign.
Oh yeah, and then of course all the leading flowers, the azaleas we see in places. You'll
Sure.
start seeing that in
Yeah.
landscapes.
Yeah.
And again, when I'm a big, me and my wife, we call it Shelly. We call it chasing sunsets. That's when it all begins.
Yeah.
We've been fortunate that we were on our boat till mid-November this year, almost to the
Such
end.
a mild year.
Oh my
until
gosh!
Just
until
recently.
recently, and we're by the end of February, we're starting to venture out again,
yeah.
and we're chasing those sunsets. And
Yeah.
and the nicest thing, in the spring, really, when that sun's so pronounced with the sky, you can start at the south end and just start working
Yeah.
towards that
Oh,
sun,
yeah.
and behind you it's black, and you just keep
Oh, yeah.
hitting all these different sun.
I tell you what's so beautiful about the southern end in the springtime is that long view from the dam all the way back up to Old Rag Mountain, 72 miles away, and the greening. Every week it's a little bit more, and
You also get that sunset you showed me before.
that's a good one too.
What's
That's
that
the longest
sunset? What do
view
you
on
call that?
Oh, you're talking about lock and glow, right?
What is
lock
that?
And glow. So the sun sets obviously in the west, right?
Right.
So when it gets down below, let's say it's a cloudy day, and it gets down below the edge of the clouds, it'll shine almost laterally on the eastern shore of the lake, and we call that, and it's like this golden 20 minutes at most. We call that lock and glow, and it's absolutely stunning.
Oh, you shared that with me 2 years ago,
Yeah.
and I never had heard that term,
Mm-hmm.
never really understood. And then I saw the pictures.
Yeah, it's-
Amazing.
It's really a neat part about the Lake Anna life here for sure.
So,
See
Chris,
that.
anything about spring you want to add before we move into summer?
It just, what happens in spring is that all the tournament anglers come to Lake Anna. The lake is very busy with fishing.
Memorial Day.
Yeah, there's that, but a lot of tournaments will fish here in March and April. They come from all over the East Coast, and this year there's going to be even more people here just because the fishing is so outstanding, and people will take to the water with their kayaks.
Wow.
It's a time to come back to the lake with kayaks. It's still a little early for paddleboarding, around May usually when people paddleboard. Although on the hot side they could probably do it, but paddle sports. Again, those people that were not so jazzed about hiking in January, they're going to go back to the state park now, and they're gonna see the different things. They might see turkeys, plenty of deer over there for sure. Bald eagles, their eaglets are hatching.
Yeah, the wildlife is amazing here.
Yeah.
What if we told you there was a shop at Lake Anna full of awesome lake-themed apparel, gifts, decorative items, drinkware, eyewear, kayaks, paddleboards, and more? The shop stocks ladies' dresses and cover-ups, bathing suits, sandals, and resort jewelry, as well as tees, tanks, long sleeves, hoodies, and sweaters for the whole family. Whether you're a local or a visitor, Lake Anna Outfitters is your source for everything Lake Anna. The shop is located on Route 208 in the Anna Point Marina Complex and open Tuesday through Sunday in season. Brands you'll find include Scout, Gooder, Mud Pie, Costa Del Mar, Hobie, Silly Pint, Pirani, Feel Free, Tahi, Lake Dog, LKA, Unsalted Coast, and more. We love to make you smile when you find that special decorative piece for your lake home or the perfect shirt for your next event. If you're in the market for water toys, come see our selection of Feel Free kayaks and Tahi paddleboards. We also offer rentals of both and are the start of the Lake Anna Water Trail. You can paddle from the shop or we can deliver rentals to your place. When you think of fun at Lake Anna, think Lake Anna Outfitters and visit the shop soon.
Yeah, there's spring break too. Let's not forget that. That's a big deal here at the lake.
You're
a lot
right.
of people come, and from college or just with their kids from high school, elementary school, and they will rent a home. And spring break has really become a nice Lake Anna vacation for people.
I mean, now that my kids are in college, it's even more pronounced. But I mean, we bought our house from my mom and dad, who built 93 over here on the in Morgan too, actually. We bought it in 2005, and now for spring break that they're in college, we all show up here. Plenty to do, toys everywhere.
I love it.
So I love springtime, and again, June 21st, because it's Shelley's birthday, always knows the first day of summer.
Yep.
And spring kind of just rolls right naturally into the summertime, and you're just hip deep into some big events coming.
Oh yeah.
Probably the biggest one after that is July 4th. The fireworks show is truly amazing.
Yeah, that's the Saturday closest to July 4th.
Right.
They shoot them off at Dyke 2, they being the Lake Anna Civic Association.
Yep.
It's a great community supported effort because the money, Lake Anna Civic Association seeds it, and then I contribute to it every year in a small amount. Maybe you do, and maybe many other people do. So it's about a $35,000 fireworks show.
Oh, it's amazing.
And if you haven't seen it, you need to make plans to come to the lake. Maybe get on a friend's boat, rent a boat, bring your boat, and carefully enjoy the fireworks because it's really a sight to behold.
Oh yeah, and some of the people that've been here a while, I mean, it's kind of like New Year's Eve. I call it going out with the rookies. We found spots on the shoreline. And there's a special neighborhood called Both Waters, and you can't take a boat from one side, but they have on both sides.
ramps.
And we see the truck is actually parked out on that dike, and they're setting up all day long.
All day long.
And then the police are out there making sure everybody's staying safe. There's hundreds and hundreds of boats out on the both sides of the dikes looking at this, and then you got crowds all over the banks, and it's truly amazing. And then the Friday night before that, usually the Cove does a pretty nice show.
That's right, they do.
So I enjoy it, and we love fireworks.
Yeah.
But that fireworks, it's just that right there is kind of the staple. July 4th, God bless America, and that
All
fireworks
kinds of
show.
events going around at the different places, the wineries, the cideries. They all have their own pie eating contests. You name it.
And almost
a
every
lot going on.
homeowner or somebody renting a home is having their own fireworks show.
Yeah.
So
Or maybe
even
a-
on the ride home
Yeah.
and nights before, nights after, you're seeing
See 'em.
fireworks.
If you like fireworks, Lake Ann's a great place to be.
No
And
shortage.
crab feasts,
Oh,
right? July
yes.
kind of marks the start of crabs, on the dock, or
Getting
crabs
hungry.
at Tim's, wherever you like to eat crabs. You can enjoy that. It's a tradition here at the lake
Oh,
too.
big time! Just lay out the paper and crack up some crabs.
I wanted to go back to spring just real quick. There are two things that I forgot to mention. One is that the mountain laurel blooms, and if you've ever seen, like if you go in Contrary Creek, mountain laurel grows. It is absolutely beautiful. It's like someone took a paintbrush and painted the shoreline white and pink. And those old mountain laurels that grow along the banks of Contrary Creek and other mid-lake areas, they're about the toughest plant ever. They hold the bank in, and they are beautiful, starting at some point in May, before Memorial Day. And then lastly, Azalea House in Contrary Creek. These people are geniuses with azaleas because they've let their entire lakeside go into just an azalea farm, and it is breathtaking if you hit it just right. So I'm sorry for going backwards, but I had to mention those two things about spring at Lake Anna because I love those two.
One thing great about Four Seasons is full circle, so we can visit back anytime we
Yeah.
want.
No
But
doubt.
no, it's again beautiful. And moving on through, then you got Labor Day kind of ending up the summer. No lack of activities. We could sit here for another 30 minutes just saying all the different activities you could be doing.
Well, summertime, 14 hours a day of sunlight.
Oh,
okay, let's
yeah.
think about that. I mean,
I wear
get in a
myself out.
boat, get in a paddleboard, go swimming, go snorkeling, go wake surfing, rent a jet ski, rent a pontoon boat. I mean, go on the Lake Anna Beverage Trail. I mean, you have 14 hours. I mean, Chucks, if you like to do yard work for 14 hours a day or something. I'm not, but you could do that. You've got a great amount of things to do here at the lake, and now extra time to do it.
Oh yeah. Well, again, summertime I think it's a beautiful time, as all of them are, but it's definitely when you're doing a lot of water
Sandbar,
activities.
Cocktail
Sandbar,
Cove, the Bahamas, Pirates Cove.
Wow,
You know,
boat races,
yeah.
fishing
Oh,
tournaments.
yeah, there's all that. Oh yeah, the weekly fishing tournaments. Those are a lot of fun.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's like it's just beautiful. A lot of people get together and go do it. So,
Absolutely.
and then we go into fall, and I, quite frankly, even with watching sunsets, fall is probably my favorite time, and the reason is just watching the trees change.
Sure.
You having the big banks where there's still like the Spotsylvania State Park.
Oh, that's
or
the
different
prettiest bank in the
areas.
lake.
Oh,
Yeah.
it is. When you see that whole
Lot-
bank
lot
and
of
then that
maples in
island,
there. Yeah,
a lot of
sugar maples.
maples, a lot of color. And they're popping, and then a lot of people who have their different flowers, coming out at different times, having that on a lot of the shoreline.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, and the sun just seems to dance off those colors.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean,
it's very pretty.
some of my best of my 70,000 pictures, a lot of them are just of the
Yeah.
leaves.
Well, leaf peeping is
And
very
clouds.
popular. The Lake Anna Water Trail, which begins at Anna Point Marina and heads up along that very bank of the Lake Anna State Park, and then heads back over to Tap House and then back. It's a circuit. The Lake Anna
Right.
Water Trail is about 3.2 miles. That is beautiful. And maybe if you don't want to paddle it, get in your boat and do it, because that is truly the most beautiful section of the lake when it comes to fall foliage.
Right.
It's really something.
And another thing I think with the Four Seasons we should mention, Lake Anna is the second biggest lake in Virginia, correct?
Fully in Virginia.
Fully
Yep.
in Virginia. And let's say you start at the tip of the north and you go all the way to the dam on the south. That's a pretty good trip.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
absolutely.
I mean,
Close
going
to
at-
17 miles, yeah.
Yeah, so going, shoot,
Great
on a
day.
pontoon, you're going 20 miles an hour. That's about an hour of just seeing beauty, and that's just one.
oh, yeah.
That's just one path. That-
A big weekend to do that is that long weekend. Was it the second weekend in October? What do they call that now? Columbus Day, Indigenous Peoples Day.
There's a few different ones, but
it is a long weekend, and people love to come down to Lake Anna and rent a boat for that weekend because our leaves aren't peak yet,
Yeah.
but they're getting there. Leaves peak here usually the last 2 weeks of October, right into November, depending on the year.
so, and there's 86 neighborhoods here, some bigger, some smaller. But we even see people coming down here to take their kids trick or treating because it's just safe inside a neighborhood, or they go
Yes.
to businesses, they can go to the different restaurants. Halloween is fun here.
Oh, you took the words right out of my mouth. There's a really fun thing that Coyote Hole does. Coyote Hole is a cidery brewery here at the lake,
Right.
right off of 208. They have a haunted trail every year. And there's a kid-friendly version, and there's a really scary version. But either way, it is a tradition that people love around here. Yeah, that's a good one.
And then rolling right into Thanksgiving, something my family does, and I see a lot of other families being able to meet here. It's a central location,
yeah.
and it's also somewhere they can get away, and it's not at one person's house where they're taking on everything, and they come here, and they have their whole family come, and kids from college usually get that week off. Kids from high school are getting off, and I just see a lot of families coming down here.
Oh, yeah.
And then the people live here, obviously. This is where I choose to have my Thanksgiving dinners now.
Well, if you don't even want to cook a Thanksgiving dinner, you can have Calliope's, a couple of the restaurants will just make a Thanksgiving dinner. You can sign up for it and come pick up. And
We also
that's
got
even better.
We got a lot of good neighbors around here too. That I'm eating grass-fed cow.
Yeah.
I'm getting turkeys plucked and grown naturally.
Wow, organic turkey, how about that?
It's pretty good, especially if you fry it.
I don't know. It's not much better than the Butterball. I mean, it may be not everybody's cup of tea, but wow, is that good?
How I grew up, as long as I was eating, I was happy. My mom kept us straight.
Well, if you look at me, I probably didn't grow up in that same house, but I do like to have some good Thanksgiving meal for sure.
Well, the food's great, but I think we could, again, all our episodes, we love it so much, we could talk about it all day long.
Yeah.
Anything else, Chris, that you would like to
I
recap
think-
on this Four Seasons?
No, just the fact that Lake Anna never closes, okay? If you want to come here, it doesn't matter when. If the money's stacking right and you got the time, come visit us. The locals will welcome you. The merchants will very much appreciate you coming to their shops, to their restaurants, their stores. There's plenty of things here to do, even in January and February. It's just a different pace. You're going to get on lake time here, right? It's just a different pace from the summer and the fall and the spring. But hey, make your plans now to join us. Obviously, we want you to come get on lake time with us.
Oh, definitely. And I'd also say, I definitely would say that bringing these people in here that we're talking about, these restaurant owners, we're going to try to bring people in like that just to share their vision.
Oh, we will.
Because these people are amazing. I mean, these are friends of ours, and we've gotten to know them, and we want to meet new friends. I mean, this is what's beautiful about this place.
Yeah. And you know what the amazing thing is about these people? They're community activists as well. They don't just run a business. They serve on boards.
Yes.
They contribute. They start scholarship funds. They do many things other than just operate as a business. And that's what makes Lake Anna such an amazing community. 4 seasons out of the year.
I was part of Lake Anna Business Partners at once. Beautiful
Yeah.
organization. Really taught me about the businesses. I've been in the Ruatan Club, invited by a gentleman that graduated Virginia Tech in 1957. I won't say his name, but
Ham and oyster dinner.
The ham and oyster dinner. Very
Forgot
good.
to mention that. That's a rite of spring, right?
Yeah, we could be, like I said, we could do 3-4 episodes on this too, but we're trying to keep these where everybody's interest is there. We pique their interest, and then we deliver every week, and that's what we want to do. And I think it's been a great start. I mean, Chris, I really appreciate you. So I'm Lonnie.
I'm Chris.
We're on Lake Time.